Hello friends, this is Jenn Espinosa-Goswami coming to you to talk briefly about 30, 60, or 90 in regards to the ideal amount of days for you to reach or set your next goal. Now, if you've been following me here on IGTV, thank you so much. I appreciate you. And I've been talking about SMART goals. So we talked about achievable goals and replaced it with something else. And I also shared something about a different set of goal setting. But today we're going to talk a little bit about the ideal amount of time for you to focus on for your goals. Now, this is coming up because I just prepared a presentation for a new speaking client. It's going to happen in February, and the title of my presentation is 90 Days to Your Best Self. So I'm sure that gives you a clue as to how many days I'm putting forth as the optimal number of days for your goals. So when I did the research for this presentation for this client, what I was discovering was that there were three main topics that people tend to set their New Year's resolutions around. One of them has to do with eating, whether it's eating more vegetables, eating healthier, eating less or smaller portions. A second one has to do with exercise, moving more frequently, getting fit, feeling energized, things like that. The third one is not specific, but it has to do with having an improved quality of life. Sometimes it means better sleep, sometimes it means better relationships, but I put that under the umbrella term of gratitude, because when you express appreciation and gratitude for what's going on in your life, it kind of lends itself to becoming happier. So those are the three main target areas. And when I took a look at the ideal number of days to achieve anything in each of these three areas, what I found was, you might have heard like the Whole30, the whole premise of Whole30 when it comes to eating is to remove all processed foods from your diet for 30 days. It also is super restrictive in that you cannot have any sugar, you cannot have any alcohol, there's restrictions around caffeine. It's a very intense kind of program, and it is designed to be just a 30-day program. Now, it can take up to 2 weeks for that program even to make you feel anything but miserable, because there could be some detox-like symptoms in those first 2 weeks, depending on how much processed food you currently eat. So half of that time of that 30-day plan could be miserable. And many people, they do it for 30 days, like, oh, that was great. And then on day 31, they start eating how they were eating before. So 30 days is not optimal for eating. What about exercise? There are a lot of, challenges out there. The 30-day plank challenge, the 30-day squat challenge, the 30-day push-up challenge, lots of challenges. But does it really do anything for you? Can you get any results from a fitness standpoint in 30 days? And typically it takes up to 8 weeks for your body to get efficient at whatever exercise you're currently doing. So if you switch up your exercise routine every day, every other day, you'll probably get better results. But if you're doing the same repetitive type of exercise, or at the same intensity, or the same types of movements for 30 days, it's probably not going to show any measurable differences. And I mean like outward appearance kind of differences. You might feel more energetic, you might feel in a better mood, but it's not going to necessarily result in weight loss. It's not necessarily going to result in fitting into your clothes better, not in 30 days. Optimally, about 60 days for exercise. Now, the one area of life that you can do pretty good in a very short period of time is gratitude. That can probably happen in 30 days. Some studies have been out there that say expressing gratitude every day is more beneficial than just doing therapy or counseling alone for those dealing with mental health concerns. There's another research study that shows 5 minutes of daily gratitude journaling can make a huge difference in improved mood, happiness, and satisfaction with life. So, and all of those effects were found in anywhere from 30 days to 90 days. So why 90 days? Why are 90 days compelling? A couple of reasons. You may have heard of a book called the 12-week year. That's basically stating that set your goals in 90-day targets, because 90 days is far enough into the future where you don't know what's going to happen. But it's also close enough to what you're doing right now that you can measure results and progress towards it. That's one reason. Now, 90 days also is easier to measure. So, if you're starting off the beginning of the year, you may not know what December is going to look like. It's 12 months down the line. A lot could change before then, especially during a pandemic. But when you think about March, that feels a little more tangible to you. It feels like it's something that will get here faster than you know. It always does. So it's something that you can set benchmarks towards and measure progress towards your big goal for December. So 30, 60, 90. 30 days, not so good for most things. Maybe you can do the whole 30 and feel okay after week 3 or 4. 60 days, maybe exercise will get you there, and you'll start to see some results. Just barely start to see results. Other people may not notice it. 90 days, gratitude is your practice. If that's something that's important to you to feel happier, gratitude is the best thing you could do for that. But overall, when you're shooting for measurable results that are tangible, that are far enough in the future to inspire you, but not too far to overwhelm you, 90 days is the optimal amount of time for you to set those targets for. Thank you for joining me. This is Jen. I'll chat with you another time. Thank you.